Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to discuss chapter 10, audit evidence. Before we have to start about the audit evidence, we have to look our previous lecture a little bit. Chapter 9, audit risk. Audit risk is the risk of an auditor when he or she make a wrong opinion. When she or he develop a wrong opinion, then it is called audit risk. An auditor want to minimize or lower it as because it affects the reputation of an auditor from or an auditor as well as for the entity where he or she go for an audit. So as we discussed in previous lecture, audit risks are categorized with the two form. One was the wrong ROMM and the second was the detection risk. Once an auditor is failed to detect the risk, it means that he will develop a wrong opinion about the company. To minimize it, he have or she have to collect maximum information or more effort to detect the original one information and have to make opinion about the company. So he is collecting strong, or you may say, sufficient audit evidence for an audit and for to minimize the audit risk of an auditor. Similarly, in the second category, where there is the wrong, if there is a misassertion or material misstated over there, obviously on the behalf of the information, auditor make an opinion, and this opinion based again on audit evidence. So auditor need audit evidence to build an opinion about the entity or about the financial statements of a firm to write a report. So audit opinion is very important as well. It based on the audit evidence. So auditor on first stage need the strong or suitable or sufficient evidences for his opinion. So we can look, see the definition over here and on audit evidence in our slide. Audit evidence is the data collected by the company auditor as per the its audit job to review and verifying the various financial transactions of the firm. Audit evidence is consisting on the data collection by the auditor to review and verify these financial statements of the firm. Auditor is hired by the company for an audit of its financial transaction or financial statements. Similarly, we can see over here in this slide the information which may be oral or written obtained by the auditor for the purpose of audit is known as a audit evidence. So audit evidence will be the written or a oral form of information collected by an auditor to do the audit, and he is considering this as an audit evidence. On the behalf of this evidence, he or she build a opinion about the entity and write up in his or in her report. So it will be the audit evidence will be a oral or a written information. Oral, I mean to say either it is verbally communicated with the auditor by the management, or there is a supportive information, written information. There is reports are over there on the behalf of the auditor building his opinion about the company. Auditor need evidence to obtain information for arriving at his judgment. In second stage, for an evidence, the auditor as well need his experience, his judgment to make or to build his opinion. Similarly, the first he need to collect the information in written form or in the oral form, and with the help of his experience and judgment, he or she can make an opinion. Audit evidence is necessary to support the auditor's opinion and report. Yes, it is very important as I discussed. Audit evidence. On the basis of these evidence, auditor make a good or adverse opinion for a company. Good opinion mean to say that an auditor is going to clear or cleaning or or writing an unqualified report for an audit for a company. Similarly, in the second end, if he or she write adverse report for an entity, then what will be the happen? Obviously, cause a serious damage to the entity. So, auditor opinion is very important, and the opinion is having, you may say, the opinion based on the auditor audit evidence. We can see the factor that influence the auditor judgment as what is sufficient, appropriate audit evidence says R. The words using the sufficient and the appropriate. Sufficient mean to say that we are a maximum of data, and appropriate the correctness is over there. So what are the basis are influencing of auditor experience or judgment? The materiality of the atom. Materiality of the atom mean to say that the quality of a being composed, the quality is relevant to the, or you may say that either it is a significant information for in other evidence is over there or not. Similarly, the type of information is available, what kind of information is available, what from where the sources are, and how information is comes to you. So we have to check as an evidence. Experience gained during the previous audit. How much time, number of times you audit a firm, it means to say that you have the maximum knowledge about that firm, and you may easily can audit, and you may can easily can understand the structure of a entity because of number of times you visited the company for an audit, and you knew very well that where is the difficulties and where is the easiness and what the processes are over there and what the departments are over there. You can assign your team, maybe you can assign your senior auditor for the certain department, and you can similarly and a junior audit for the another one department. So it's upon experience when you are doing the audit for a company number of times. Trends indicated by the accounting ratio and the analysis. Here, auditor evaluate the financial information, ratio analysis. There is a logic over there. There is a reasoning over there. There is a comparison over there. There is a human trends are over there. Changings are over there. So all of these are evaluated by the ratio analysis. The degree of risk of misstatement, how much the risk is over there. We are studied in the stages of an audit. We categorized, we checked the auditor in stage 4 assess the risk, then he or she respond to the risk. So it will be the basis on the misstatement of the data. Types of evidences. Okay, we have see three types of evidences: visual evidences, oral evidences, and documentary evidence. Visual evidence, these are the evidence in the form of observation. For example, observing a stock taken by the management. Visually, by eyes, you are observing, you are notifying the data by yourself. So you may say that it's a visual evidence, and you write a report or you build opinion about. So visualization, what's come in front of you, you are observing by yourself or by the management. Oral evidences, these are the evidences having no physical existence, like me say discussion with the management. There is a no evidences over there. There is a no written documents is over there. So it may be say oral. That mean to say that you discuss with the management and collect that one evidence. Our management discussed with you and have to tell about the company about certain matter. So discussion based evidence is called the oral evidence, and the visual evidence which are observed. The third one is the documentary evidence. I hope you will easily can understand about the documentary evidence. Auditor need always documents to build his opinion or her opinion. So documentary evidence will be, you may say that the invoices, the vouchers, the billings, details, statements are over there, stock details are over there, inventory reports are over there. So documents are available. Documents are available mean to say that documents evidence are available. On the behalf of these documents, what kind of the documents availability, like I say in our previous lecture we discussed the disclaimer report. When an auditor do not find or unable to find the evidences, so he declare it as a disclaimer because he have nothing on the behalf he or she can make or build opinion. So documentary evidence, the documents are available or not. Okay, depending upon the sources, internal and external. Auditor collecting the data, and the data are collected by the two different major sources in every field in the audit as well. The one is the internal evidence and the second one source is the external source. Internal source mean to say that within the organization you have to collect the data for your audit, and the external source mean to say that outside the, not inside the entity but outside the entity, you have to collect the information. You have to mean to say that you have to collect the information about the entity from outside. So this is the external source. Internal source, what the management is providing you, what the internal auditor is providing you, what the document evidences are over there. And then in external, I can take an example like of a bank. You may check from the bank, and you have to reconcile the data about the payments, about the deposits from outside and inside already reported over here, and you have to cross check. So most of the time auditor these sources auditor rely on the external source because he think that the audit think that the external sources are quite comparatively safer or valid as comparative to entire. It may be the organization internally do not show you the mistakes. So comparatively, external evidence is more reliable in this case, or it may be the internal auditor manipulated the. Okay, we are discussing about the external and internal sources. Information is collected within the organization or inside or collected from inside the organization is the internal evidence or internal source of the data, and the information that is collected from the outside of the organization called the external. Like we discussed about the bank, you have to collect the information from the bank of the deposits or the payments, and you have to compile with the internal data. Most of the time the auditor rely on the external data because somehow the internal auditor or internal management manipulated the data, or maybe they do not show their mistakes. Similarly, on the external, it is not possible to manipulate the data, or you can say it's are more reliable as comparative to the internal. In one situation, you may rely on the internal evidence. When an auditor knows very well about the internal controls of a company is very strong. If the internal control of the company is very strong, then he can easily rely on the on the internal evidence or internal information, because of the internal control system of the company. If the efficient control system of the company is available, then auditor can rely on the internal evidences or internal information. In this slide, we can see external evidence. Confirmation received from a third party is more reliable than the internal evidence. Yes, we discussed internal evidence is more reliable when related to the internal control is satisfactory. Yes, if the company system is so strong, system is very efficient, different checks are over there, different supervisions are over there, the accounting system is as according to the IAS and IFRS, every data availability is signed in a signed form is available over there, every billings, vendor details, according to the sequence, according to the date, according to the supervision is available over there. So you can may say that the internal system of a company is very strong and you may rely on the internal data. Evidence obtained by the auditor himself is more reliable than the obtained from the entity. Okay, yes, the auditor himself collected data is more reliable and can reduce the audit risk for an auditor. Evidence is the form of documents and written representation more reliable than the oral representation. Yes, in the written form, in the document form, as the document is not easily to manipulate, so it is available once in your hand. So there is no manipulation is over there. Oral data may be variated on different stages. So comparatively, a written document is a representation of the data is a more reliable than the oral representation. Evidence provided by the original document is more reliable than the provided by the photocopy of the documents. Yes, we know very well that in our life, in our organizations, in our daily matters, the photocopy is a just copy of original documents and have not the such reliability or validity as the original one document. So you may have to check the original documents, not the photocopy. Maybe the photocopy is manipulated. Okay, we see here the different methods, or you may say techniques, to obtain the audit evidence. Very simple and straight. The first one is the observation, inspection, confirmation, analytical inquiry, recalculation, and the inquiry. Observation you see at yourself. You have to investigate by yourself with your eyes, and you collect the data of an entity, and this can help you to build an opinion about the organization. Inspection, you have to check the documents at the spot. Similar to the observation, you have to check the process, or you have to inspect either. Okay ji. So on our second point, inspection, you have to check it, you have to view the documents, you have to check the process on the spot, and you have to collect the data for the entity, and this data can help you for making the opinion of entity. Confirmation, you may be confirm it from the outside. Like we discussed the example of a bank, you may confirm the data from outside of the company. Analytical inquiry, this is one is the very important. You may say that analytically mean to say that you having the reasoning over there, you have the logical relationship, like we studied in the ratio analysis. You may say that there is impact of high sale can cause a high income in the company, and there may be a certain situation is over there because of a huge purchasing at the same year can cause on the income, and this practice similarly for the next year and for the next year. So you are checking the trend and you are mentioning in your report that every year, and you have the question mark and you ask the question from them, why you lot of purchasing are over here in the similar year but the next year with the similar, and it causing a problem in the income. And similarly in the reports the sales are very high, so there are maybe some suspicious. Okay. Analytical inquiry, you are inquired the data with the reasoning and with the justification. In the second last recalculation, you have you have to do the calculation by yourself for the data. And the last there is inquiry. You may ask different question. You may the different question answer session is over there from the management, from the internal audit team, from the employees over there. So on the basis of this, you may observe or you may inspect or you may confirm or analytical inquiry or recalculation or inquiry gives you the evidence for an audit, and you can, being audit officer, make opinion about the company. Gathering audit evidence, the procedure for obtaining evidence are similarly analytical procedure actually to be explained shortly as a you acquired by the logical relations. Inquiry and the confirmation, you may ask from the different staff and check with the good and received, or asking third parties such as a bank to confirm a balance. Inspection, for example, the physical condition of inventories or non-current assets. Observation, for example, watch what staff do it in the warehouse as a delivery are received. Recalculation or re-performance, for example, calculate the wages calculation to the confirm that they are correct or not. Okay, in this slide, we can see the sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. What does it mean and how ISA state this should be sufficient and or appropriate. Audit evidence to be sufficient audit evidence to be able to draw reasonable conclusion on which the base an audit opinion. Yes, we knew that this is actually on the basis of evidence the auditor make his opinion. Sufficient concern the quantity of the audit evidence. Mean to say that how much maximum evidences quantity of audit evidence can give you a good, or you may be having a good effect for your opinion. Appropriate concern to the quality of audit opinions, its relevance and reliability. Quality of audit, what the audit evidence you have with you for your opinion, it must be having a quality. Mean to say that if I give an example of a passport, without only pictures are not enough to, only your pictures in your pocket are not enough document to prepare or to can say to make a passport for yourself by the government. Other remaining documents are required over there. So similarly, the quality and you may say the different documents we have you have with you, but the quality is not good, so you are unable to use your document as an audit evidence. So in this case, for the opinion, audit opinion, to reduce audit risk, you need strong audit evidence which based on sufficient information and quality information. Thank you for today's lecture.